Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today I am here to announce the next round of Final Book Support Group. It's been a minute, I know. The last one was in January. I used to do these every other month, but I was just feeling really burned out with them. So I made the decision to just do them as and when I can this year. Now, I was going to do one in April, but I've been doing 30 books in 30 days and I didn't think it would be conducive. So I've decided to do it in May. So this is your announcement for round 18 of the Final Book Support Group, which is insane. So this round will be from the 19th to the 25th of May. It is a week-long round. I will be doing sprints. And if you don't know what Final Book Support Group is, welcome. Essentially, this is a support group to help each other with getting those series finished. So we have a Discord group in which we support all year round with just reading in general, honestly, and just our love of books, but also with trying to continue and also finish series. We do support starting series on there as well, but then we kind of use the readathons that happen a couple times a year to dedicate time to those final books as and where we can. There is a bingo board. There is always a bingo board. So the 19th to 25th of May, and your bingo board looks like this for round 18. So we do have the usual suspects, but I will go through each of these prompts with you. So the first prompt is the 2025 TBR. So this is any form of TBR that you may have done for 2025. For example, I have my 25 books in 2025, which collaborates both Buzzwordathon and 12 books from 12 friends. So if you've only done 12 books from 12 friends, that counts. I also have a horror bingo board, which has run from 2024 to 2025. I say that counts. Our fantasy 2025 counts. Any other, if you've got a self-destruct TBR, a bit like what Becca and Jade do, that counts as well. So any form of 2025 TBR, if there's a book that you had on your January TBR that you haven't read yet, that's a final book, for example, you know, you didn't get to it in the first round for the year for Final Book Support Group, that would also count. Continuation Station is a usual staple. This is just a book that is in the middle of a series. So, you know, book 2, 3, 4, 5 in a long series, whatever, or book 2 in a trilogy. Continuation Station. The next prompt is graphic novel or manga. This can also include novellas as well. So if you're at a point where there is a novella in a series for you, that also counts. The next prompt is to treat yourself. So treat yourself to anything, a bath, a new book, some new clothes, a new game, anything. Treat yourself, a bar of chocolate, whatever you want. The next prompt is Spring Vibes Cover. So this can be literally whatever you interpret to be spring. For me, spring is pastel colours, flowers, butterflies, bunnies, sheep, things like that. Spring as a whole. So just a spring vibe cover, whatever you think spring is to you. A bright pink cover might be spring to you. That's absolutely fine. There are no rules with this. The next prompt is to take part in a sprint. I will be doing sprints throughout the week, not every single day, but throughout the week. Even if you just come and take part in one sprint, you can tick that off. The next prompt is a different genre. So this is to read a different genre to the one you just read. So if you read a romance, read a different type of genre. Romantasy, I will say, counts as a different type of genre if you are a romantasy reader like myself. But, you know, a romance and then a thriller or something counts. Then the prompt box has come up again. I do a readathon with my patrons, the F1 readathon, and every now and then we do a week-long edition. It's usually just 24 to 48 hours, but every now and then we do a special edition round called Box, which is a chance for me to focus on subscription box books. Now, I tend to tie it in with Keep It or Yeet It these days, but I used to focus on some subscription box books that I have gotten outside of the subscription service. So this is for a chance for you to maybe read a sequel to a book that came in a subscription box, but you have also bought the sequel from the subscription box, or you have the sequel, it's not necessarily from the subscription box. For example, Ghostsmith by Nikki Palparetto is the sequel to Bonesmith. I have the Fairloot edition. You don't need to have the subscription box edition, though, to do it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Next is to share your TBR on socials. This can be anywhere. If you just want to drop it in the Discord, that's fine. If you want to share it on Instagram, make sure you tag us. The links to all our socials are in the description box down below. Twitter, Threads, YouTube, wherever you want to tag us, just share your socials on your TBR on socials even. Next is a TBR vet, so something that's been on your TBR for a while, I would say over a year. So if you got it last year, this is a TBR vet, and anything beyond that, obviously. So something that's been on your TBR for a while. Next is a final book. So naturally, we encourage reading final books where you can for these rounds. So just a final book in a series, wrap that series up. Next is a poll pick. Pick a bunch that you're interested in and let everybody else decide what you're going to read. Again, you can do your poll pick on Instagram stories, or you can do it in the Discord. Discord is usually a pretty good way of getting a good amount of replies. So feel free to drop it in there. Next is to read something for fun. So this is any continuation station or final book, or if you really want to start a series, that too. Just read something for fun that you've kind of been in the mood for, but might not necessarily fit any of the other prompts, maybe. I don't know. Next is a new release. So there are a bunch of new release sequels coming out at the moment that maybe you could read. The Rebel Witch has recently come out, which is the sequel to The Crimson Moth, and wraps that series up. So that could be an option maybe. Wild Love. Nope, that's the first one. What is it called? Wild Side by Elsie Silver has recently come out. There's a whole bunch that has come out recently, or maybe coming out in May. So there are options. Next is a self-care activity, whatever self-care looks like to you. Going for a bath, going for a walk, reading, gaming, whatever self-care is for you, do a self-care activity, look after yourself. And the final one is 4 or more books in the series. And I thought this might be a little bit fun, but this is for a series that is a quartet or above. So, for example, the Bonded by Thorns series by Elizabeth Helen is that the title of the book? Yeah, thank God. Has 4 or more books in it. The Fragile Sanctuary series by Catherine Cowles has 4 books at the moment. Another 2 are coming out. The Deanna Rayborn series, Veronica Speedwell, that has more than 4 books in it. Just as examples. So 4 or more books in the series. You can read a continuation station or a final book for that, wherever you are up to in that series. You can even start a series if you want to. Entirely up to you. And that is your bingo board. So I think that's all the information you need. We do still have final book support group starter packs available on the shop from Daisy and B. I will leave a link to us in the description box down below. You can also buy the bookmarks individually as well. I finally remembered this book. That's the exact same bookmark. I survived the sequel, and also I have 99 problems, and all of them are sequels. We do still have these available in the shop. We have so many, so right now we're not looking to make new designs until we sell some more of these. But yeah, we do have a lot of those left in Daisy and B shop if you wanted them. And I did get a few questions last time as well on the last announcement video about this sweater. We no longer do them. We used to do them on Redbubble, but it got to a point where it was no longer lucrative for us. The rules and regulations and stuff were getting silly, and our designs kept getting ripped off, and I was spending way more time on there than what we were actually earning from it. It just didn't make it worth it, so we stopped doing them, unfortunately. You cannot get these anymore. I may look into using another company. I'm not sure. We'll see. But for the time being, you cannot get them, unfortunately. I do apologise. But yeah, I think that's everything you need to know from the 19th to the 25th of May next month. And there is a bingo board. All the graphics will be in the description box and down below, so you can go and find them. Links to Discord, Twitter, Instagram, also in the description box down below, as well as all of my links too. And link to the Etsy shop as well if you wanted to get anything from us as a whole, or you wanted to get some final book support group merch. That's where you can find it. And I think that's everything you need to know. I'm excited for this round. It's been a while. The last one we did was January, so it has been a while. We may only get 3 rounds in this year, unfortunately. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's a busy year. Next year is also going to be a busy year. But yeah, unfortunately not as many rounds this year. I do apologise for that, but the Discord is quite active, so if you wanted some extra support, feel free to go and have a butcher's in there, because there is always lots going on in there. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below. Are you going to take part? Anything immediately come to mind with the bingo board? And I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.